If you're following me for a while, you will know my hair color, but please don't be surprised because I got to a hair salon and colored my hair, and it looks so fucking crazy in the camera. Oh my god. Oh shit. I look really crazy. Okay, but that's not the matter of the video. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zoe, and if you're new here, welcome. And if you're not new, welcome back. And in today's video, I want to do something special, kind of special. If you saw the title of the video, you will already know what's happening in this video. But I decided that I want to read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue for the first time. I didn't read it. I never read it. I saw this a lot on TikTok and everyone loves it. And this is one book on my, how is it called? 22 books that I want to read in 2022. Yeah. And I thought in my head how that it could be possibly funny to do for each book on this list a reading vlog. That's why we are here with this one, because this is one book out of it. I also do this as a buddy read with people from the Citadel, and yeah, I'm kinda excited and scared to read this, and I really hope that I like it. And I try to remove the sticker on the back right now. So, okay, what is the book about? All I know is that it's about a girl who lives in Paris, and she made a deal with the devil that she lives a long life, but nobody can remember her. So every time she meets new people, the people always forget her, and that's really sad. But I don't know if she does this pack deal on purpose, like she wants to do this, or if it's like misunderstanding or something. Because in my head, that's a really bad deal. I wouldn't do this. Also, I don't hang on that much in my life, so I already at the wrong position to handle this. But yeah, so this is all I know. But also I know that there is one guy that can remember her, and I know that it's a really slow burn or slow story, not slow burn, slow story, which is also okay for me. Normally I'm not the slow type reader. I like my books like this medium paced. I also read books that are fast paced. Most of the time fast paced books are romance books or YA fantasy, but I don't really enjoy that. But most of the time I read medium paced. But this is a slow paced, and I'm not mad about this because she lives a very long life. I think we are following her story, and then I think 200 years we are following, and this is also a number that I know. Was it 200? I don't know. I can't remember. But 200 is, I think, kind of the vibe with the time we will follow. And I'm glad that is slow paced, because slow paced, not burn. Paced. My German brain, I can handle this. And so this is okay for me, because I don't want to read 200 years as fast paced, but also this is not really thick. It's a big book, but it's not that big. I don't want to spoil myself. Okay, acknowledgement. 442 pages is the story. So this is a medium length of a book. And when you get slow paced and 200 years of story, I would say this is fast paced because we're getting the story. Okay, but this is all I know right now. And if my editing skill is at its highest, you will see me first now talk about the book when I finish it in a non-spoiler review, what I think about the book with my rating. And after that, you will see me back in this outfit reading it, which spoiler-filled blog. This was my plan for the video. Hi, here is Future Story. I think in the same spot than you saw me a few seconds ago. And here's me. I finished Addie LaRue yesterday. Yes, it was yesterday. And I ended up giving this 3 stars. And before you think, oh my fucking god, she gave this 3 stars, she hates it, I will explain to you what a star rating means for me. So a 5 star is for me a book where I really was packed. I was emotionally destroyed. I cried a lot. I felt so many emotions that I don't really know how to handle all these emotions. And this book was not it for me. But it was a 3 stars for me, which is for me still a good book. I enjoyed my time reading it. I just don't think that it's for me the best book ever on this whole planet. But I personally would recommend Addie LaRue to other people. I would do that. Because I think I know a lot of people in my personal life who I think will really like this book. But I would never recommend my friends my 5-star readings because I have different tastes than my friends. But I will definitely recommend him Addie LaRue because I think this book will be a 5-star for my friends. So this is now the non-spoiler review. And I try really my best to not spoil you. No, really, I will do that. My first things that I really liked in this book was, first of all, the writing style. I just really enjoyed Vishwa's writing style because she tried to be, not trying to be much, she was really lyrical in her writing style, at least for me, because I think her writing style was a little bit different than what I read from other authors. And I really enjoy the way that she writes these characters. And what I also really liked was the mixed chapter perspectives. Like you get one chapter when it was in the past, like 40, and then you get a chapter in the year 2014, which is currently the current situation. And then you will read about this. And I really enjoy these kind of mixed chapters. For example, I like this in People We Meet on Vacation, when you get first the 10-year vacation, 10 years before, 10 years ago vacation, then 9 years, and then 8 years, and between that, the current situation. Or also in the Riley Sager thrillers, he also do this. Like you get a chapter from the current situation, and then you get a chapter from the past, from the tragic event that happened. And I liked it. I really enjoyed this because you get, in each chapter you get this little tiny information that is important for the story. And this book is it's marked as a slow paced book, but because of these mixed chapters I was really grabbed to the story. And for me it was more a medium paced book because of the mixed chapters. I think if you read this from like when she grew up and made the deal, like always on time, like you read each chapter what she did, it would be more slow for me. what bothers me a lot in the story is that when you read in the past, that you don't really get the full experience what Addie experienced in her 300-year long life, which was really like disappointed for me. But yeah, I think that maybe V. Schwab doesn't know what she could write at this point, and this was a little thing that makes me really sad. But I really liked what I really liked in the story was then when the man come into the game, when he can remember her. This was really interesting. So overall, I think I just don't know how to really make a review of it without spoiling you the story. But I think this book is definitely worth reading it for everyone. I mean, if you're not really into this kind of books, like this light fantasy books, I don't think that you will like this. But I think a lot of people can really enjoy this book and have a great time with it. But I didn't feel all the emotions that everyone does. On TikTok, I didn't cry. I feel most of the time I felt emotionally dead. But I think this was a me problem, not a book problem. If you know, you know. And I had a great time and I really liked it. But not that much that I would give this a 5-star. I had a great time with it. And 3-star rating is not bad. But I think this book is overhyped, for me at least. But also it deserves the hype. Do you know what I mean? If you didn't read the book and you want to read it, this is your time to go off. Because now the spoiler-filled vlog will show up and the end my spoiler-filled review. So I give you time now. Go like this video, follow my channel, and then you can go. Or you want to be spoiled, that's also okay. I like that, I do this all the time. But I think I give you now a good time of break. So for the people that are not watching this video more further, I hope you had a great time talking to me about this book. And now let's get to the spoiler-filled vlog. I wish you a great time. Okay, hello, welcome back. You may have now watched the non-spoiler review of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and now the spoiler-filled reading vlog starts. I will annotate this book with my typical annotation system that I have, that I really enjoy, that I like. And I used the same tapping system for every book because my brain can't handle different types. I need the same shit for everything because I am a comfort routine human. I love routines. Hi, hello, and I filmed a reel with me, so that's why my thing is in the back of me. So I reached the 100-page mark in The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Why did I pause? I had no more reading. And I thought that I do now a check-in, how I like it so far. And listen, I like it. So I did this dramatic pause just to maybe shock a few of my friends who are scared that I don't like it. But first of all, I like V. Sharp's writing style. I like it how she writes. Then second of all, I like the mixed time perspectives that you get in the beginning, like first the 1714, 12, and then you go back into 2014, and like this mixture of the timelines are really interesting because it's a slow-paced book. I mean it's as marked as a slow-paced book, but I get a feeling that because of this mixture of the past and the present, you are gripped and for me, I need to know how the story goes on. So for me, it's not really a slow-paced book. For the story, it's slow-paced, but for the reading experience, it's like a medium-paced book for me. And I really like these the soft fantasy aspect in it, like with the devil in the beginning, where she makes the pack, and the slowly the little tiny information that you get what this pack, this deal, what is mean for Adeline. Like that, not only that she can get remembered when the people turning around or closing the doors, but also like the complete erase of the memory from her parents that she even exists, or that she can't even hurt other people like physically without it going away and heal immediately, just so they don't remember something from her, and that she can't even spell out her name. She can't write it down, or she can write it down in like the fog of a window or in blood and stuff like that. And I really enjoyed that so far, and so far it makes all sense. Like I didn't find plot hole so far. And what I also really liked is because in the beginning I said, why should Ellen made this pack, this deal in the first place? And you get to know that in the years of her life, she noticed really quickly what it meant to be a woman and a girl in this time, and like what she wants to get. Everybody tells her that she's a dreamer because she don't want to get married and have kids and have this basic life. She wants to experience something. She wants to travel. She wants to go to Paris. She wants to travel around the county. Like the biggest deal for her was to get with her father to the market in a different city, which is like a day away, like times back then. And so when her parents tried to force her into marrying this guy who lost his last wife during childbirth, she ran away. And I mean, that's a really young and naive decision from her to say, okay, I go into this deal because now she has this long life and she can experience things, but also not because she don't have anyone. First of all, she has no money and she needs to try to steal around, and she's constantly in this conflict with other people that see her doing this stuff, and she's still in this situation, but then they turn around and forget her. But when they turn back around and see her again, it is even worse, the situation. Like she's going to this hotel. It's not a hotel. What is it called? Okay, it's the old. It's not a hotel. It's like a hotel in 1714, and she's there, and she gets in so much trouble just because the owner can't remember her, and then she tried to avoid to sell her body to make money, and now she gets to the point where she's like, okay, I don't know how to do this anymore, and now she's selling her body, and that's what he said. By the way, I'm page 110, and yeah, it's really sad, like really, really sad. How she, I think her past life was really sad, just because she was so unhappy where she is, and then now that she is really old, it's also sad because she has no one so she can share with it. And my stupid ass thought that the first guy is like this love interest in this book, because there's this guy who can't remember her in the bookstore, and I thought first maybe this is Toby, but it's not him. It's definitely Henry, because we have his POV now also in this book, which is also exciting to see how his storyline goes. And what I also want to say, wait, I did post a note. I say this with the mixed timeline, the writing style. Yeah, I said everything I wanted to say. I'm happy. And also, maybe it's just maybe I don't really get this, but on one page, I think, yeah, I like also description from V. Schwab, from Henry with his storms, and I am 400% sure this is the version. I'm a little bit tired. My brain doesn't function right because I got out of night shift. And if you know me or watch my vlogs that I never upload, so you are not able to watch this, you will know that I like night shifts. But when I got out of night shift, it's not good. It's bad. My brain is like, it's like a smoothie. Like when you're making a smoothie, there's a blender in it, and this is how my brain feels like. And yeah, maybe I will read more, but on my couch, because my chair is getting really uncomfortable. But yeah, this is so far my thoughts of The Misbed of Addie LaRue. So far I'm liking it. I made it to page 150, so I'm almost at the 200 page mark, which is the half of the book. Not exactly the half. This book has 444 pages. 444. Yeah, but I got to the part where Henry told Adeline, I remember you. And for him, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, like, she was there yesterday and stolen a book and came back one day later and tried to trade it. And he can remember it. For his perspective, he's like, what the fuck is wrong with her? And she is like flashed because first of all, he looks like all these paintings that she does as a child, as a teenager, which is why the devil that she summoned and who made a deal with her looks also like that person. But he looks not exactly like that. There's a few differences there. But she goes to a coffee with him, and then after what we get, after the chapter where they get coffee together, and we get a chapter of Paris again, where she where the devil comes back to her. He comes back more and more to her every year and try to catch her soul, that she says finally, I have enough of this miserable life, take my soul and end it here. And she always say no, which is kind of funny. I love the stubbornness of her. But he's again there, and then they eat together dinner, and she finally picks a name for him, which is Luck, like Lucifer, which reminds me a lot of how does it call, the Origin series. And while reading this chapter where she made a talk about that, he said to her, give up finally, give me your soul and your miserable life here. You are not enjoying your life like you wanted to, because I made a deal with you under these conditions. And she's like, you made my life so horrible, I will not give up and give you my soul as a reward. I want to suffer this for the rest of my existence, because I don't want to give up just because you made this bad deal with me. And my thought at this point was that Henry is a creation of Luck or the devil. Look, I don't know how to, let's call him Luke. Let's call him Luke, because let's call him Luke. And I think that Henry is a creation of him, and he only can remember her, so Addie have finally something to hold on. And then the devil, Luke, tries to destroy her through Henry without making this absolute tragic, heartbreaking love story that has no happy ending inside, and to absolutely destroy her so that she finally says, okay, take my soul, and he wins. This is my guessing for that. And I don't know if I want to like that to happen. But this is my guessing at page 150. So let's read more on it and see if I am correct. Because this is the only thing I can remember. And also read a few non-spoiler reviews on Goodreads. It's saying like, if you're waiting for a love romance between the enemy and the main character, you're not in the right place. And I hope that this is nothing that will be happen, because I can't imagine that. I hope there's no enemies to lovers relationship there, like someone in my friend group only gave because of that reason 2 stars, and I'm excited to see that this is not going to happen, because this is nothing I want in the story. But let's read more on it, and I check with you when I really got to the page 200 mark. But I just wanted to prove the point that I am at page 150 and have this conclusion, this idea in my mind, what is going to happen. Okay, hi. This is the last update of the day. Not for this vlog, for the day. I reached the middle of the book. So I'm now in part 4. Okay. My thoughts of it. I shared with you my thoughts about around page 150, where I was like, I think that Luke created Henry to destroy Addie and get her, finally, her soul. And then I read more in it. Like I said, I'm now at page 220, which is the half point of the book. And we see that Henry take her to the friend's place. And the friends keeps forgetting her when they're going out or going to the toilet or go smoking, and they keep forgetting her. And Addie is like, okay, I need to go, because there's no way that she can over-explain it again and again without this being awkward. And we find out that Robbie, the best friend of Henry, is in love with Henry, which is kind of cute. And then we get to the last bits of part 3, and Robbie comes to Henry's home, and Addie is there, and he's like, who's this girl? And Henry is like, what the fuck, dude, you just saw her yesterday. And Addie was like, Henry, stop, everything is fine, can I talk to you real quick? Like, just a few sentences. I want to have a little conversation. And then she drops her full story. I didn't expect that being so early in the story. Also in the mind that I only have 200 pages left, like somewhere she needed to drop this. And then, not Henry destroying my idea of how the book is going. Like, sir, can you please stop? She explains the full story, like, I am Addie LaRue, I was born, I don't know when, 1691, my parents are Gina and Martha, and we lived in a stone house just beyond the old yellow tree. And she tells him the full fucking story, and she's like, I made this deal with the devil. And he asks over and over, you made a deal? And she's like, yes, you made a deal. And I was like, this is the only thing that you keep focusing on. And then the last sentence of part 3 is fucking because I made one too. How I'm supposed to sleep in peace right now? What do you mean with that? But I need to sleep because I need to go have an early appointment tomorrow, and I got off night shift and then have troubles in the first night sleeping after that. And yeah, because now I don't know if my idea is still correct. I don't know. I don't know what to say at this point because I don't fucking know anymore. But yeah, oh, I forgot to update something. Also to this, you know, the last clip when I say I read some reviews where people like mad that this is an enemies to lovers story, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so glad that we don't get that because I don't want that. Like, there was literally a page when Addie and Henry have for the first time like some sexy time together, and when they do the stuff, she thinks he was not made for her the way Luke was. Addie, girl, look took away your life. Why? I'm not a fan of enemies to lovers. If you don't get it at the point, I'm sorry. The wrong channel here. I don't like enemies to lovers. I don't get it. Even though I know that this is not real, this is fiction, still, I don't get it. Why? Why would you be with the villain? I mean, I always get it because... But the villain always lose. Okay, this is all I have to say. So, maybe I took this book with me in my bed and read some more pages in it because I want to know which kind of deal Henry makes. And then tomorrow I have already an appointment, but I want to wake up early. My initial thought about waking up early and get up was more like getting my life together after night shift. But now I think I changed the plans to I want to read this book. And I really hope I can finish this tomorrow. Even though I hope that I can finish this tomorrow, but I have an early appointment at 10. Then I go to the IKEA with a friend and to... How does it called in English? Like the shops where you can buy eyeglasses with her in a different city. And then I go out eating with my family in the evening when I'm supposed to read. But I want to finish this before the readathon starts from Mel because I have other plans for the readathon. Even though I should finish the books that I currently read, but it is not half as funny than starting new books. Okay, I got a bit now. Bye. I'll see you in the next clip. Hi, hello. This is a short update because I haven't read that much in it. Because, like I said yesterday, I had an appointment at 10. Wait, I just need to see me. I had an appointment at 10, then I was at IKEA, then I had a dinner with my mother and my stepdad. So this is why I didn't end up reading that much in Addie LaRue. I made it to page 241, and like I said, the last update yesterday was how I'm supposed to sleep with this, like this last sentence in it, which was I also made a deal. And Henry destroyed my whole idea of how the book is going. Now that I read the next couple of chapters, I have a new theory. So we figure out, or we get told that Henry made a deal with Luke. I decided to call him Luke. He made a deal with Luke and that he will always be enough. First of all, this is really sad, the whole story from Henry, why he decided to make this deal. And they figure out that because his deal was to be enough for everyone that he meets and to be that everyone loves him, when he sees Addie, the deals her deal get cancelled with him. Cancelled is not the right word. Neutralized. This is a better word, but also not that what I mean. But I hope you get what I mean. Adeline says to Henry, or at least in her own thoughts, oh, Luke made a mistake because now she is seen by someone. And I think that it's not a mistake. I think it was fully on purpose. Like, I don't know, like Addie, he tries to catch your fucking soul for the last 200 years. Do you really think he makes a mistake? I think he is everything's set in a plan. Like I said, I think there's a plan to it. I don't think that this is a mistake. I think this is fully on purpose that he can see her. Then also on page 336, Henry asked Addie, like, how was it to live for 300 years? What did you experience? How was it to see history? And she was like, yeah, but I know history is something you look back on, not something really you feel at the time. In the moment, you're just living. Go, just be serious and don't lie. Tell him that you experienced nothing in the last 300 years. Because I don't think that she ever do something. Because right in the beginning, Luke says, I give you endless lifetime, and you used it for nothing. And I think she really does nothing. But yeah, I will read now more in it and watch some of my YouTube videos. And this is now the plan, to read some more in it. And it's here. It's finally here. This is more the reason why I want to finish now this one, so I can start this one. And I love it. I'm in a wheel where I unpack all Sky and Bread, and I literally write a comment under it like, PS, please do not write spoilers in the comments or I will block you. Like, this is so serious. I will definitely do that. Okay, now let's get some reading done. The lightning is really bad right now, but I want to finish this vlog here just because I'm for sure that I will forget this. So let's end this here. I finished The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and you didn't see me finishing this because I finished this in bed. Like, I couldn't stop after like the last part. I thought it was the last part, but it turns out there's a 7th part. So I read that. I don't know when was the last time that I updated you, but I will do now. Here is my spoiler-filled review first. So I gave this book 3 stars. If you watched the full video, you will know. If you watched the non-spoiler version review, you will know that I gave this book 3 stars. And first things first, I want to say, for me, a 3-star book is not bad. I have like a rating system when I give book 5 stars or 4 stars, and a 5-star is for me a book where I was hooked, where it was action-packed, that I loved, I cried, I laughed. I just couldn't handle all of the emotions while reading this. And this book, Addie LaRue, it was sad, of course it was sad, but I didn't vibe with that fully. Like, I had some issues with that, and I hope it's okay. I will still recommend this book to other people. I will not lie to that. And this is also important to say, because I would not recommend every 5-star book to anyone. But I think Addie LaRue is a good book for everyone to read. So that's what I want to say first. So now let's get into this book. What I'm liking, what are my issues. What I really liked at this book was first of all, the writing style. I just loved how V. Schwab writes in this book. Like, it was really lyrical, for me at least, and it was the first time that I ever read something from her before. And this is the things that I liked. And what I also liked is the mixture of the chapters. Like, you have the chapter in the past, and then you have a chapter in the present. And this is a mixture that I really like. I already mentioned this in past videos that I filmed, that I like the mixture of things. Like, I also like this in People We Meet on Vacation, where you get the first vacation 10 years ago and then 9 years, and you're still trying to figure out how the persons lived and what they experienced, and I just loved it. Also, I like this in thrillers with the Riley Sager books. So this is overall a writing style that I really, really enjoy. But here's the thing, is I was so underwhelmed with Addie's life. Like, it's called The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and she always starts to tell Henry in the later chapters what great experience they had in her life. And he always said, oh, I wish I could be there. Also, like when you worked in the war, etc. And these things, is like, I'm great that she did this stuff, but why can't we read about this experience? Like, we get the past chapters that we get are like these really shitty chapters when Addie is really unhappy with her life, with the life choice she made, that she has now this deal and she lives forever till she give up and give finally Luke her soul. And every time Luke stands in front of her and says, will you now surrender? And she's like, she's so stubborn that she says no. Like, I get it, girl, I wouldn't do this, I would just do the same thing. But when he asks, what did you experience that you still want to live this life, she says some boring shit like, I saw an elephant. And I was like, that's the whole reason you want to stay alive? For a fucking elephant? Like, go to a zoo, go to a circus, look at all the fucking animals and then surrender. Like, you give this brief mention of her working in the First or Second World War. I don't know which chapter it was exactly, but you didn't get to know what she really does in it. You only read it that she got in prison and got out of the help Luke. And I was like, I would love to read an 800-page book about Addie LaRue's real life that she really experienced, with all the great stuff that she did, on not these 3-page long chapters where she only talks about elephants or tigers. I'm sorry if you like that part, but this was really like, she lived 300 years for nothing. I would surrender 250 years ago. I'm sorry. And then we get Henry, we get the POVs of Henry, and I liked his character really much. I liked him more than Addie. I didn't hate Addie, but we didn't get along really good together. But Henry's character was really interesting, and what bothers me there is that we never fully experienced him, or not, at least in my opinion, not enough. I just expected more. Like, this book was so overhyped for me, like with TikTok and stuff like that, that I thought this book will be so great, and it has just the lack of information for me, like the important things that I want to know. Then my thought was, you saw this in the vlog, that I thought first, yeah, Henry was created by Luke to destroy Addie and get finally her soul, and it was not this, like, this didn't happen. But Henry made also a deal with Luke to be enough for people, which is first of all really sad. This is where I thought maybe I would cry now, but I didn't cry like at all. I was dry as fuck. And then we get later experience that Henry made this deal for 1 year. A lifetime, he said, but the lifetime is 1 year. He has a clock on his wrist and the time was running out. And also at this point, I didn't cry. Because you get to know that also Henry is enough for people now. But the sad part about it is that the people only see what they want to see. They don't really see Henry. And here comes the next thing that bothers me, is that I don't think that Henry and Addie were a good couple. I don't think that they really loved each other. I think they only try to be together because both are seeing each other like they really are. Like, first of all, Henry can see Addie and can remember her, and this is enough for her. Like, she, at one point she said, this is how love could be, but with the sentence as well, I was like, okay, you don't love him. You just like the idea that someone can remember you who is not Luke. Like, she don't want to be together with Luke, which I get it. He's a monster, like, he's the devil. What? I really understand you, but you only like Henry because he can remember you. And for Henry it's the same. Like, he lives 1 year in this I want to be enough for people, and people see him like he's not. And Addie sees him really. Like, she says to him, when he asks her, how do you see me? And what do you see in me? And she's like, I see a man who suffers and feels too much. And then he was flushed away because she's finally the first person that sees him as he really are. And my theory that they don't really love each other, or at least Addie don't love Henry really, I felt more confident in this theory in the end, when Addie tries to help Henry out and try to get him out of the deal. And Luke says to her, okay, give me another soul. Give me another soul and I will let Henry free. And she didn't thought 1 second about herself, to give herself up, to let Henry be, still being alive. And she first pointed to a different person, but she never thought of herself. I know this will be really dramatic, but I really thought we are getting here a little bit of Romeo and Juliet. Like, this will be so cute, or this will be tragic, but no. And we get this ending where she finally surrenders. Like, she says to Luke, okay, I don't give you my soul, but I give you me. Like, I will be in a relationship with you, but before I get in a relationship with you, you will let Henry free out of this pact. And Luke was like, yeah, okay, we will do that. He wants to have her since 300 years. I think it was finally time that they both get together. And the book ended in like this: I will destroy him, from Addie's kind of perspective. And I'm like, girl, do you really think that you can destroy Luke? I mean, look at your life, what you experienced in 300 years. Do you really think that you can destroy Luke? That's confidence. I just loved it for you, but I don't think that this is going to happen. So yeah, this was my experience with Addie LaRue. Overall, I think it was still a good book, but for me personally, it was overhyped and predictable. But it was still good. I hope you don't hate me now, but this is my reasons, my experience with Addie LaRue. Okay, now this vlog ends here, and I really hope you enjoyed your time. I really enjoyed my time with this reading vlog, and I will do this more often now, to read one book in a vlog and do a review of it, if I don't keep forgetting it to update my vlog. And then I will see you on my next video. Bye.